Welcome home, Star family.
Look out, world. Starman is back.
Yeah.
I think that there's a real opportunity here, Court, for you to learn directly from him.
I can train you. I can show you some pretty great tricks.
We're gonna get you on a good career path, okay? We're gonna find you a great job.
Hey, that sounds terrible.
Ain't no stopping us.
We have been doing everything we can to fit in here.
Would you like some help with that? We can help the bad guys break good.
Ain't no stopping us. We do the impossible.
We don't want you here. They're not our enemies anymore.
You let half the villains that killed our friends move in next door!
No matter what evil comes our way next, we'll be unstoppable.
We do the impossible.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today, as you can probably tell, we are breaking down the new look at Stargirl Season 3 with this brand new trailer. It was almost 2 weeks ago now we did a breakdown on the channel of the first teaser trailer, but now that we've got the release date of August 31st, I guess they wanted to give us a little bit more of an oomph with another trailer. So, of course, I want to say a few things about this. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Is there anything maybe that you spotted or have a theory towards that I just might not mention in this video? I read every single comment, so looking forward to see what you guys have to say. And hey, if you want to support the content on the channel, you can do so by just leaving a like. It really does help somewhat move this video out there in the cosmic, not staff, but cosmic algorithm that is the YouTube algorithm. So, right at the beginning of the trailer, it opens up very similar to the previous teaser trailer with Sylvester Pemberton saying, "Welcome home, Star family." So, without repeating myself too much from my teaser trailer breakdown, we have Starman back. But the biggest question that we still have unanswered is, hey, kind of, Sylvester, where have you been since you supposedly died? What the heck's been going on there? That's probably one of the biggest things that will hopefully be answered at the beginning of the season, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do somewhat tease it throughout a few episodes, because I can imagine that Starman might brush it off. Do I have anything to back me up saying that? No. I've just got a feeling that he might be like, oh, yeah, about that. Well, you know, but really there might be a slightly darker or more secret reason, but that is complete speculation at this point. Who knows? In the first episode, it could be like, right, this happened. They facilitate it with a really cool flashback, and we get some context as to where he's really been after Pat believed he died in his arms. Now, with Starman coming back, as Pat says in the next part of the trailer, there's a good opportunity to be trained, and you know, by Starman himself. And most certainly, that definitely does seem to be happening, because Sylvester even says himself that he can train her and show her some pretty great tricks. And we see Courtney being imbued with all kinds of new cosmic stuff, energy and powers, with her very much so enjoying it as she's launched into the sky. And it really does look like she's just, I don't want to say it, don't make me say it, okay, Flash, you win. Looks like Courtney's leveled up. But I think, yeah, in the teaser trailer, Sylvester even said that, so it looks like the Flash writers have bled into Stargirl with the whole level up thing. But no, really, it does seem as though maybe the JSA members are, oh god, I'm gonna say it again, leveled up. And if you don't really know what I'm on about there, the Flash about a gazillion times in the past season or whatever, couldn't seem to help themselves from saying those words again and again. But if you don't know, lucky you. Now, with this shot, we see Starman himself come down with the cosmic staff in his Starman suit. I'm just assuming that there's, and it kind of does make sense, that there'd be spare Starman suits at the JSA HQ, because obviously Stargirl repurposed Starman's suit. Don't forget that little montage of her stitching together and doing all kinds of things to make it her own custom fit. So yeah, there's got to be a ton of spares considering battle damage and stuff. As we know already, and as teased by Breck Bassinger, that there's going to be a little bit of a struggle, like almost like a puppy to which dog owner if it had to choose who to go to with Cosmo to staff. Like, do I go to Starman? Or do I go to the new mantle holder, Stargirl? And clearly, Cosmo's going to go to both this season. I hope that this isn't a plot point that is dragged out for too long, because it's just so obvious and inevitable that Stargirl is going to hold the mantle. So Do we really need any drama there? It just feels like a potential for the sake of, oh yeah, you know, what if Cosmo doesn't like me? And there's a whole arc about that. I do get it if we have an episode where Courtney's like confiding in Pat saying, but what if, you know, but come on, like, we know that's not really gonna happen. So honestly, I'd rather them just resolve and answer that in the first episode or the second episode, that Starman's like, Courtney, don't worry, I'm not gonna take the star from you. It is yours now. You are the next Starman / Stargirl. I do wonder who Pat is saying, we're going to get you on a good career path, okay, to, because I'm wondering if it is Sylvester, because, you know, given what we just said, if he is no longer holding the mantle of Starman. I mean, sure, as we've already been over, he might wield the staff, as we're about to talk about a couple of times here and there, but at the end of the day, if he's given up that full-time position to Courtney, he's going to kind of need a new career path. I mean, even Pat, even though he's Stripe, does have a career, so perhaps Pat is trying to encourage him there, but then again, he could be saying this to any of the kids. Up next, we get continued scenes from that of what we saw in the teaser trailer of Pat and Starman flying in the sky, something that Pat has never been able to do back in the day, as Starman was, I guess, the only one to do that. But since then, as we know, Pat has risen from a simple sidekick to having that of his own Stripe robot. Like, he's a hero in his own right, so to speak. So I do sense there will be some drama, and, well, we're about to get into that. Hey, I'm not just a sidekick you can push around anymore, because the JSA, including Starman, did take Pat for granted and treat him like a bit of crap sometimes back in the day, as we've seen in flashbacks. So it's like, hey, bitch, look at me, I'm in a Stripe robot now. But as I said, there is some drama that we get teased with in this trailer, of which, to be fair, I do understand with Sylvester coming back. In this moment, he does have a massive go at Pat, as he says himself, you let half the villains that killed our friends move in next door. And he was completely belting that out at him, which, again, like, if you look at it from his perspective, and this is where I suppose it is really strange in a way with shows like this sometimes. When you take in the reality to it, you do have people like the Crocs living next door, and they quite literally contributed to murdering your best friends, or, you know, the people you worked with, like the JSA. There's no other way to put it. They try to murder Hourman and everyone else. So Starman comes back to this, and it's kind of like an awakening. And I'm not saying, and I'm not believing that Pat was complicit. Obviously, it's a lot more complicated than that. But regardless, this is going to have to be something that is somewhat resolved between Starman not just going ham at anyone left, right, and center. But it does look like he tries to do that, as we see various scenes with Gambler being back, the Crocs, but mainly Starman fighting the Crocs in a grocery store. So it does look as though, more or less in the first couple of episodes, once he gets the staff, he's going to try and avenge the JSA as soon as he can in these scenes. But I'm guessing that he gets stopped by the Pat or Courtney being like, hey, you can't do this. Kind of looking forward to the explanation behind that, because even though they may have turned a leaf or whatever, it's going to be very hard for Sylvester to swallow that pill. Just be like, okay, so we're just going to be fine with them being like that. We get a scene where it looks as though Cameron is revealing his powers to Courtney, and he's having a little Icicle moment here, as she does appear to be reacting to it in this scene. So does this mean she's going to be transparent about her role as Stargirl on the JSA? I somehow don't necessarily think so. I think that this could contribute to a possibly predictable story with how he opens himself up to her. Hey, look, here's my powers. Hey, Courtney, I'm sharing this with you. I really like you. I possibly even love you. But despite all of that, she doesn't want to show that she's Stargirl or in the JSA because she's so frightened of him learning about what happened to his father. But it could all come to bite her back in the arse, so to speak, with how, even though she wasn't telling him or being mega transparent about everything JSA-wise for the sake of not wanting him to get the wrong end of the stick, he finds out anyway, and he's like, how could you? You know, my father died. I was open with you, and you didn't tell me this. So I think that the romance could be crushed at some point, even though it's just getting started properly, because we do see that being confirmed with a little teaser of a moment where they could be very close to kissing, and Brett Bassinger did say anyway that their romance will definitely pick up this season, most certainly so. But yeah, I feel like one of the most predictable things this season is that at some point Icicle Jr. is gotta kind of go bad, but I could be wrong. Don't forget that this season is Murder Mystery. More comments about that at the end of this video. And I just hope that it doesn't turn out to be Icicle Jr. who is murdering people. I hope it's a lot more sophisticated than that. So frenemy style, since that is somewhat the subheading of this season, you know, Stargirl season 3 frenemies, we do have Cindy joining, or at least kind of half joining the JSA. She's kind of doing some good things, like helping out this old lady here. We see her drinking some kind of potion that she's made. Don't forget, I guess she is kind of like her father's daughter in a certain way, so she is knowledgeable. And I don't know exactly what this is, other than possibly an effort to maybe reverse what Dragon King, her father, did to her. Maybe drinking this makes her a little bit more empathetic. I can imagine somewhat of a personality change, because even though Cindy has already shown signs with her current self of wanting to be better and wanting to, you know, break good, so to speak, she might still have her Cindy demeanor, so she might want to get rid of that. And instead of being like this apathetic kind of crazy person she's been before, she puts in even more effort by drinking something like this that makes her... it would be kind of really weird seeing a Cindy who's, I don't know, really like, hey, how are you? You know, and actually meaning it, not like forcing herself to ask, I don't know, Yolanda that. But speaking of Yolanda, it might take some time for the other JSA members to come round to even realizing that Cindy could be genuine here, because we have her rejecting her at high school. Things might even get to the point of Rick and Yolanda not wanting her there, so we could get some fights as we see Yolanda in Cindy's bedroom, and it looks like they're having a bit of a fight. I can imagine this is her keeping tabs on her, really not believing Cindy, or that she has some kind of ulterior motive to infiltrating the JSA. But then all of this gets to the point at the end of the trailer where Stargirl comes striking down with the cosmic staff, with one of her enhanced-ish powers, so to speak, that blasts Rick, Cindy, and Yolanda back as if to break it up. So I think in this moment they're about to like try and kill each other or something, and she comes down again, eyes glowing and everything like that, showing that this could be post a little bit of Stargirl Starman training, which you have to think happens already in episode 1. Now, slightly speaking of Rick there, we can't forget that he was working on a new Hourglass, and in this trailer we do get a very brief glimpse at this new upgrade that he seems to have, where he's also being imbued with, you know, Courtney's being imbued with cosmic staff energy, glowing eyes, Rick's getting some cool glowing effect. Now, we can't forget that in previous shots when he sometimes flips the hourglass, there's a little kind of whirly effect on him, but this seems to be a lot more of a CGI effect. Now, I don't necessarily think it's summoning his suit. I think it is just when he flips the hourglass now, because it's been modified and potentially even better, to signify that instead of it being a little bit of a glow that used to wash over him, now it's much more of a glow. It's kind of basic symbolism. It's just, oh, he's even more powerful now. But I think that is what it is. But who knows? This could really turn into, hey, a suit just manifests as well. But I think it is just going to show that, hey, upgraded hourglass, so upgraded glowy effect, thus upgraded powers as well. So we could get some cool new powers that come with Hourman as a result of this. And because of these teases with Stargirl's new powers or new level up, same with Rick, of course, I wonder about Beth and Yolanda, what kind of upgrades could they get? But as I said at the beginning of this video, this trailer seems to just expand on the previous teaser trailer we got a couple of weeks ago, and it doesn't even begin to delve into the theme of murder mystery, of which this season's theme is that, and that's something I'm actually quite looking forward to, because when executed in quite a decent way, murder mysteries can be really, really fun. You know, week-to-week reviews, we'll be guessing, oh, who did it? Oh, but they're presenting this, but could it be this? And that's always super fun to talk about on the channel whenever we have a bit of a mystery to break down in a show. So to be honest, I'm really looking forward to the next trailer, leaning into more of the season 3 theme, also perhaps some Mr. Bone stuff, because this does seem to be mainly footage from the first couple of episodes. I'm not really saying that I'm disappointed by this trailer, because I do feel like they put it out because we have the premiere date now. It's just that they didn't want to put it out with a bunch of extra stuff at the same time, of which I feel like we're going to get closer to August. Now, obviously, a lot of trailers on the CW do show footage for the first couple of episodes for the new season, but usually when you get a main trailer, you get an overall flavor of what's to come this season, or what the CW often calls season trailers these days, where they don't have to spoil it. They could use very, very ambiguous footage. For example, we could just get like a pan zoom of Mr. Bones on screen and he's up to no good with whatever he's doing. We get a murder. It's just like a news report in Blue Valley saying blah, 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 you know, was murdered and we're still looking for the killer. I don't know, but something like that I feel like would really set this tone of this season really well, because this did feel like kind of a bit of a recycle with some new scenes of the previous teaser trailer. Again, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade because we did get some cool stuff, some little bits of drama in there, some, you know, upgrades with Rick and things like that, but I want to see a sizzle reel of future episodes, and you can pull that off with absolutely zero spoilers. So I do feel like they're just still capitalizing on Stargirl training and, you know, frenemy stuff, Artemis Croc, Starman's back, what is up, Star Family? But hey, give me some of the cool stuff now. I'm ready for that. But I'm not going to get impatient. That will hopefully be coming in the next month. But we're going to have to wait and see. But what was your favorite part about this trailer, guys? Let me know if you have any theories based on what I said. I would definitely love some of your insight into some of the things I was speculating about. But if you like this video, I'd really appreciate a like. Maybe share it on social media as well. Things like that really help elevate the video out there in the algorithm. If you want to stay up to date with me, hey, follow me on social media as well. I do have Twitter. That's my most active place. Other links to my Instagram and Discord are in the description or in a top pinned comment. They're always there. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you fellow members of the JSA or ISA in the next video. Goodbye.